Yo, what's good guys, it's JD here. Hello, welcome back to another 2K video, and today we're going to be talking all about the card collector level, just like we did yesterday. However, today I'm going to break down exactly what I've been spending on which items. And if you guys don't know, I'm also going to break down which cards actually count towards your collector level, which ones don't, what you should pay for some cards you should avoid paying for, and how I've got to the position where I am, which is now 1,000, wrong place, 1,140. 2 days ago, I had 900. I've nearly added in 250 cards in 2 days at this point in the year, which is kind of crazy. So right now, I believe in the world, the highest person is up at 1,500 maybe. I know people have got Alan Houston, so 1,450 is attainable. So I'm only 300 off that. I already started collecting a few days ago. I'm very happy, but of course, the higher you get, you collect all the easy ones, then it just gets very, very hard indeed. And I will say, off rip, if you're not doing all the offline content, I wouldn't even bother talking about collector levels. So if you're not doing all these lifetime agendas here, all of these divisions, getting all 30 cards from each, if you're not doing all of standard and all-time domination, it's not even worth doing, because these are your bread and butter. This is what's going to give you the huge base that you need to get through the collector level. So let's jump into it for today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe for the daily videos, and check out Facebook for the daily streams, facebook.com/JDCrossover, and shout out to go to the channel for their support. Eric, Cody, Spooky, Kieran, Josh, and Liam. So I am 1140, and I've got 30,000 MT to my name. However, I've still got the diamond contract, which I got from here, 1050 to sell, so it's another 30k, so I'll have about 60,000 MT. And of course, we've already got this Hoff badge waiting to go, which is Hall of Fame Blinders, which could make us a lot of MT in the not too distant future. I've got some bids on some cards at the moment. Let's have a look what we've got bids on. So time to get Ty Lue right there as a Ruby coach, and then a couple of jerseys for, 500, 600, 700 MT, something like that. So into the collection we go. Now, base set, obviously this is the big one. This is where most of your cards are going to come from. 450 cards in this set. There will be current series 1, there will be a heat check, there will most likely be a current series 2, and maybe a current series 3 at some point throughout the year. I've completed 2 sets for the tokens from the Lifetime Agenda, or for the Luca, I think it was. But then other than that, I've got every card except for the Amethyst, and I would recommend you guys do the same. Unless you are really trying to be like at the forefront of the running in pole position every time a new batch of card gets released, you don't need to go crazy and buy the Amethyst. So I don't have any of the Amethysts. Nets Golds are stupidly expensive, so I don't have any Nets Gold players. And I also don't have Michael Jordan because he's like 5k and I don't want to spend that. And then I don't have little old Isaiah Thomas because he's coming in at 5k as well. So what I've been paying, most of these you can get for between 5, 6, 7, 800 MT. So for all of the emeralds, for all of the emeralds and golds, I will say, just go to the auction house, put bids on all of them for 800 or 750 MT, and most of the time you're going to get them with a little bit of MT as a refund. So I'll say on average, you'll probably be able to get all the golds and emeralds for 650, 700, something like that. For the sapphires, you're going to go a little bit more. If you put a bid of about 1,000, which was what I was doing, a lot of time, again, you do get a couple hundred MT back as a refund. So on average, I'll probably say about 800 for the sapphires, which isn't too bad. And then ruby cards, looking at about 2,000. Now, obviously, if you wait a few months, maybe rubies are going to come down, or they will come down to about 1,000. But for me right now, I don't really have my MT to spend on anything else, and they can never depreciate too much. They can maybe drop in half in value. I'll always be able to sell them for 1,000 MT, so that's why I decided to pick them up. So players are your bread and butter, and there's plenty of them you can get, and there we go, Eastern Conference, or Western Conference rather, every single card apart from the Amethyst, and I'm not buying the Amethyst for quite some time. Rewards, now obviously you can't buy any of this stuff, but this is where you need to do your offline content. All of this from Domination. Then you got all of these from the Lifetime Agendas, and then All-Time Domination, which I haven't done yet, is going to give us all of these basketballs, which I need to do. And over here, Standard Domination here, and then All-Time Domination gives you another 12 cards. So I've still got a lot of cards to get just from playing the game. It's a long grind. It's a hell of a, a commitment to do that. Dominations are not an easy thing to do, but you do get some nice rewards along the way. Token market cards, you're going to need to be taking all of these. So I've already got my 10 emeralds, my 10 sapphires, my 10 rubies, and I've got 3 amethysts. You're going to need to stay on top of that. But if you're doing the card collector levels anyway, you're going to get given tokens. So that kind of just works itself out. Then we go over to the premium set. So do your starter cards. That's an easy 5 cards, not too bad. You can't control the promo packs. You can't control the free agents. I had 2 free agent packs the other day, and both of them were duplicates. It's just pure luck. And then in terms of the sets, the premium sets, so this is what I've done so far. I've got the sapphires, I've got the rubies. I've got the sapphires, got the rubies, got a ruby, sapphire, rubies down there, and then sapphires, ruby, and, well, Gary Harris, who is a ruby but has been evoed up. Again, I wouldn't recommend buying the amethysts or the diamonds. They're just so expensive. Unless you are trying to be at the top, this is a very good place to be. And these cards may well go more expensive as time goes on. As these cards get rarer and rarer, less people start listing them, more people just leave them in their collection, they may get rarer. So now is probably a good time to pick up the lower rated cards from premium sets. Jerseys now. This is something that's kind of crazy. It didn't happen last year as far as I'm aware. But right now, jerseys are like 750 MT for any jersey. Look at that. None for 750. Dude, that's none for 800? The first jersey you can buy is 2 at 850. Oh my god. And then 900 is kind of their price. So what I've been doing with jerseys, I've been going enabled and then putting my max bid at 750, which is, you can see what I've done here. Now, a lot of the time, you will end up getting outbid. But there are definitely some that slip through and you get them for 500, 600 MT. So straight away you're saving a bit per jersey, and there's about 250 jerseys in the game, I think. So if you're saving a few hundred MT on each jersey, that does add up. And then just checking periodically to see if anybody gets put up as or if anybody puts them up as a buyout. It does happen occasionally. I've got a few for 250. I've got quite a few for between like 3, 4, 500 MT. So don't go crazy. Don't go buying them for 900 thinking that's a good price. It's not. It's quite expensive. I would say wait. So I'm not in a rush, but we are slowly making good progress on those. Shoes do not count towards your card collector level. So don't go out buying shoes. They do not count. You can have 100 of these. It will not matter. Event cards also do not count. So I've got the Blake and the Cat here, which you can't search for because, of course, you can't. And when I actually bought these, I thought they would count, but they actually don't. So right now we've got 1,135. We go ahead and send Blake away, and we've still got 1,135. So don't worry about picking up the event cards. They are not going to count. In terms of miscellaneous stuff, so injury cards do not count. Badges do not count. Contracts do not count. And the badge or the shoe boosts do not count. However, all this other stuff does. So coaches. You saw I got that bid on a Tai Lu. A little bit expensive, but it's a Ruby coach. I don't think he's ever going to go down in price. You can pick up most of these for their discard value, a couple hundred MT. Sapphires, maybe put a bid of 1,000, you get a couple hundred MT back, and the same for the emerald cards. Don't go for the amethysts, don't go for the diamonds, you don't need to pick them up. I've got every arena in the game. Most 250. But for some of the golds, you're going to have to spend 500, maybe 750 on, but don't spend over 1,000 MT on anything here. And the same goes here. I actually managed to get this. This is the only expensive playbook here. I managed to get this for 5,000 MT, which I don't think was a bad price. It's about 7k now, so I got it for 5k. And that's the only time I went over 750 MT for any of these playbooks. So that's easy. Logos, dirt cheap. I think most of these 250, 350, 400. Nothing really to write home about. All the basketballs as well, stupidly cheap. You can get most of them with that straight away, Android. And again, find it on an open bid. Put an open bid of 500, and you get 100 MT back as a refund. And then the same thing goes for the court floors. The one I had to spend 1,000 on was the Sonic's floor. For some reason, this Sonic's floor is really expensive. 1,800, yeah, it's 1,500. So I got it for 1,000, but other than that, everything else under 1,000 MT. So miscellaneous section for me is pretty much done. I'm going to get Tai Lu. Nate McMillan I do want to get, but I am not spending the 4,000 MT. He's down to 2,000. I'm not going to spend 2,000. I don't need him that desperately. So when it comes down to 1.5, I'll cop. For now, we'll leave. So I will end up having 26 coaches here. And then Mike Budd and Rick Carlisle are quite expensive, so I'm not really fussed about picking those guys up. So for me, I've probably got another 100 or so uniforms there, or jerseys to get. And then we've probably got another 75-ish cards to come from playing domination. So another 175 cards, I would say, is going to be added on. So it'd be 1,325. So it'd actually put me over Rondo. It'd be in between here, which would be a really damn good place to be. With people only being about 100 in front of me. So that's really damn good. So how much have I actually spent to get in this position? Obviously, it's very hard to tell an exact amount, but I did have 300,000 MT. I now do not have 300,000 MT. So I'm going to say over the course of the entire year so far, maybe it's taken 400,000 MT to get to this point. Maybe 350, because a lot of this stuff has just come from packs that we've opened up naturally. So maybe 350,000 MT to get to this point, which I think's pretty good. You know, we're going to get a lot of MT back from the collector levels, and I don't need the MT for anything else. And we've got 2 diamond contracts to sell down here, one from level 38, I think, and then one from the levels themselves. So I'm all in on it this year. I really am, and I'm more pumped on it day by day. We need to get into domination. As soon as we get through that, then our level is really going to start looking good. Sooner we get Rondo, the better. I'm hearing really good things about Rondo. These jerseys come from the actual collector levels themselves. So when you hit that level, you get 6 more cards straight away. We need to do the lifetime agendas, get some more of these here, but that's not going to take too long. And this section could be looking very good in the not too distant future, because this section is already looking absolutely fantastic. So there we go. That is my little... oh, there we go. There's Ty Lue. Hello there. That's my little tips and tricks for the card collector levels this year. Don't go crazy. Be smart. Be patient. Use open bids. Don't go for buyouts. Use open bids. Find open bids of 500 and then bid from there. Or for like your consumable stuff, find open bids of 250 and then bid from there. Be patient. There's no rush. Do it at your own pace. Do it at your own budget. But I think it's going to be a very good year for the card collector level. So that's going to do it from me today, everybody. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe. See you next time, and peace.